It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined this week by Pete, Matt, and hopefully soon Dave. Before we start, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping because Maggie said not a question so much as an endurance game where the first person to mention the derby gets cattle prodded. That doesn't count, by the way. To which Donna's replied, do the whole recording without using the phrase the derby. That doesn't count either. And have to come up with as many creative alternatives as possible. First person to slip up has to dress as Ken like Halloween. So I think that's fair enough. You know, add a little bit of jeopardy into Mailbag. I like it.
I could do the face. I could do like the Ken Wright face, you know that?
The Ken Wright face. That's a good Ken Wright face. The sort of Mr. Frost. Jack Frost Ken Wright face, that, isn't it? Well, Dave's not here for the... So I was going to start off with the philosophical question from Joe. He said, Dave's down. He's got 1-7 in his Twitter name. I've got 2. Take over bid by 3 sevens. Are we living in an Everton simulation? Yes, we are. We 100% are. Which tomorrow's game at the Upside Down will once again reaffirm, I think.
Do you know how I know we're in a simulation?
Go on.
Has everyone been enjoying the train rides to the ground this season with the fancy new trains?
Yeah.
Which were... actually, can I say this? I'm sure I can. Our erstwhile chair of the fan board, now stepped down, Jazz Bell, works for the company that makes them. British Rail Class 777.
Oh my God. This is too much. This is how it ends, isn't it? 777 is how it ends. Like the number of the beast plus 1. You know.
Plus 111.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 across all numbers, yeah.
Plus 1 each. Yeah. Just before we get to the questions as well, the Twitter gift for this episode was Kevin Rackford's goal at Anfield in 1986, if anyone noticed that. Michael said we got a Brucey bonus that day. Grobbelaar did as well, after throwing that one in after the game, I reckon. And maybe he did. And Chris said he was there that day. I was in Benidorm, but my mum and dad listened to it on a radio in a pub. Simpler times. There was no televised footy back then. Anyway, questions. Mike has asked, how will you be avoiding the game that shall not be named, just in case you're planning to watch it? Ashley Young will be up against Luis Diaz, so just don't do it to yourself. And then TWS had a question based on this. If you're not watching the trip to Mordor, what are you doing instead? He is going to Ikea to look at cushions and cushion covers. You shower of bastards. So fair enough. Anyone got any alternative? Nearly said it then. Match day plans for tomorrow.
Can I just check? You know the cushion situation.
It was.
Is that because that's why, isn't it? Because we completely obliterated his cushions last week.
Domestic incident.
Yeah. But you know
what?
what?
Get on that at first. Yeah. That's
But do you know what I think we did? I think we solved the domestic dispute.
I think we did.
Because we brought them together as one to just hate us instead.
Yeah.
So
and there'll be no hassle around midday tomorrow because they'll be enjoying meatballs, dime cakes, cushion covers.
Yeah.
The lot.
Cheap hot dogs. Cheap hot dogs, the best. IKEA is great. In fact, if you want to avoid paying any attention whatsoever to our annual visit to Mordor, then I think IKEA is probably the best place to go because it's so easy to get lost in that place. It's an actual, and once you're in, you're kind of committed, aren't you? There's no turning back. It's all one way.
Once you go up that first escalator, that's it. You're in.
That's it. You're committed to the next 5 hours of your life.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Actually, I might go down there myself.
So you'll just descend on IKEA.
Yeah, Warrington. Yeah, it's like an away trip.
We'll help them pick his cushion covers, since we're such interior design wizards.
Yeah.
Has anyone got any alternative plans, or are we all actually going to watch it? I'll be watching it. Don't know where.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you watching it, Matt?
Well, you know where. Usual.
I might pop over.
I mean, everything's so crap at the moment in football in general, and also at Everton. The one part of the whole football experience that might bring you some joy is that 90 minutes a week. So I can't imagine avoiding any match, even if it is the biannual prostate exam. Like, it's just, you may as well, just on the off chance that we do actually do something, you probably well, I wouldn't go as far as say you'd never forgive yourself, but you would be gutted to miss it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So you may as well.
I mean, I suppose if we get beat, it's business as usual, isn't it?
We've got nothing to lose, have we?
But if we don't, yeah.
They're the second best team in the country by most metrics.
Yeah. Not by XG, though.
Well, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shout. I'll definitely be watching it. As much as I like to think, do you know what? I could just sack it off with that. I don't really want to watch it. I couldn't. Because no matter where I was at 12:30, 12:35 tomorrow, I'd be like, right, I need to find a way to watch this. Or I'd be checking my phone constantly. And that's no way to live. Were you watching it, Pete?
Yeah, I'll be watching it, yeah. I think I'll be watching it with my dad. I've already had me one trip to that place last weekend. So I'm still recovering from going there once. I don't think I could do it twice in a week.
Talk us through it then, mate. What's it like to witness? I said it again. A win at the Tin Mine.
Well, I mean, we had the added bonus as well that we had to sit in the Kop, which was as horrendous as it sounds. My shoes have been burned since I got back.
To go in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, it's the shoes that touch the ground have been burned. We actually managed to get a load of flags up as well, which was good. Well, it was quite funny because at first the stewards were like, "You can't put them up here; you'll cause loads of problems." And I was like, "There's it's with the women's derby."
Oh, yes. Oh, Matt, the sound effects are backing out.
The women's trip to Mordor. Oh, you bastard. The atmosphere is slightly different, although it kind of isn't, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so we ended up just putting our flags up in the middle of the Kop, and had an absolute ball in the end. There's a photo of me actually beforehand that someone sent me where they managed to catch me. I was on one of the cameras, on the Sky cameras, and the look on my face is just utter and this. I'm detesting everything about being there. But then by the end, I was like this. If you have a look at the background,
there he is.
So yeah, we ended up having a bit of a ball in the end. I can't believe I just said that. Go on.
Lord, you into it. And Matt wading in with the air horn. Amazing. Top stuff.
Devastated. I'm not dressing up like Bill Kenwright though. I haven't got the hair for it.
I think you need to now. Just get a
just do that.
Wig.
Yeah, nan wig, yeah.
I'm just gonna walk around like that all day.
That's it, yeah. Just repeat good times. Good times. Stephen Sheehan, his 5-year-old is really into Scooby Doo. Good work. So when the Goodison headlocker is finally captured and their mask taken off, who will it really be?
Ooh.
Good one. I'm going to go with Rafael Benitez. The Manchurian candidate, definitely.
I think Colin Chung.
Oh,
he was playing a long game.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good shout.
That's a joke, by the way. Libel laws do not apply.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon, Pete?
Well, Neville Southall, Big Nev. Although he is a pacifist and he's a really nice guy, and I very much doubt he would have done it. I feel that Big Nev would have every reason to.
Probably. I've got a theory.
He'd be sticking up for us, you know what I mean?
I've got a theory. You pull the mask off the headlocker, right? And it's Denise, right? And then Denise, you pull the Denise mask off and it's Bill. That's what happened.
Yes. Like a double unmasking.
Yeah, yeah. I think
that only happened a couple of times in Scooby Doo as well.
It does happen though, doesn't it?
But it was always a bit, a big reveal, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
It
wasn't the janitor or the lighthouse keeper. It was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the Ghost Pirates. I'm sure that happened in the Ghost Pirates episode, Les.
That's it. Stephen, can you check, do a bit of research on the Scooby Doo episodes here and let us know when the double unmasking was, because that's definitely what I think happened. More L4 clash topics here. Christ, that was the worst one ever. Do you own anything red? or had to wear red and couldn't get out of it. I do actually own 2 red t-shirts. One, I know, one is a t-shirt from a Strokes gig, and one is a t-shirt from a Seahorses gig. So, and this was back in the days when it was just like the sort of one size fits none Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, and they only had it in one color, so I had to buy them. But they are good t-shirts, and I like them. Anyone else got anything red?
I've got a pair of red, festive orange. In fact, not red, the festive orange, like swimming shorts, because there was like a Baywatch theme, thing in a pub that I used to work in years ago. So
is this another Spanish story?
Do you know what? Weirdly, this was actually in the Black Bull in Bolton, in Gattaca. We did a Baywatch night. It was like, so I had to wear me red. I had to get a pair of red shorts. Well, festive orange shorts, not
festive
red.
Orange.
That's what I call it. That's what we call it in our house, because there may be at some point some festive orange decorations or a hint of festive orange. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At Christmas time, just a hint. Not too much, but just a hint occasionally. But it's not red, it's festive orange. But yeah,
sometimes it's like a deep pink.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Deep, yeah. Festive orange.
And off salmon. Something like that.
But just not proper, like red. No,
oh God, no.
No. But yeah, so that's it. Pair of shorts. Probably don't fit me now, to be fair. I probably struggle to get them over one leg. So
you realise this will be the basis of a question from Maggie next week now. Definitely.
Is she going to make me wear them for Halloween instead of the Ken Wright thing?
100%. With the Ken Wright hair as well. Matt, have you got anything red?
Quite a few, yeah. I've got a few t-shirts because they don't own that colour, and it is the colour of the people's flag. So
it is.
I've got a red flag. I've got a red Union flag. I've got a red t-shirt that says "No Pazaran." I've got a Labour t-shirt. Got some socks with some red on, which I sometimes wear on match days to try and trick the devil into psychology superstition. Yeah, in fact, I think I wore them for Villa away.
Get them on tomorrow. Oh, can you do it on that day?
See, I was thinking that. Yeah. I can't actually remember. I might have. Did I wear them for Bournemouth? I can't remember. Well, anyway, I wasn't going to wear them tomorrow.
Just to really trick the devil. Proper fuck with his head,
Well, that's proper double bluff, triple bluff, probably. I don't know. It's just a massive bluff, though, isn't it?
Double unmasking.
My mum got me a 3-pack of undies for Christmas, and one of them was red. So I did actually get rid of them.
Yeah,
gave them away. But yeah, I just got those 2 t-shirts really. But, and then following on from this, Scorgy has asked, following Toffees in London, what are your thoughts on red cars? His first car was a red, faded nicely to Everton away pink, Vauxhall Corsa. Now, my thoughts on red cars go to both ends of the spectrum. If you got a Ferrari, you might as well get a red one. Or if you're in a position where you can't really choose your car, you just got to get whatever car you can get a red one. It's fine. If that red Focus is 600 quid and you've got 600 quid, get the red Focus. Don't worry about it. But anything in between, probably don't.
I think red cars, like red family cars, just look a bit shit, to be honest. I'd keep looking.
They do, and invariably fade to pink. Or like one door, or the boot does, or the bonnet.
I'd keep looking.
It's very weird. But would you have a red car, Pete?
No, never. Although I do know someone who is a really big Everton fan, who shall remain anonymous, who does have a red car.
What car is it?
I know what you mean, actually.
I can't actually remember what make and model of car it is, but she has assured me that it is a temporary thing.
Okay. Oh, we're not thinking of the same person then. I know someone else, a very, very big Everton fan, who's got a red Ford Focus, or last time I saw it did anyway.
Yeah, this one has been scratched twice. And we're convinced it's one of the neighbours who's done it. And I'm actually convinced that it's her who's done it, like when she's sleepwalking or something, because she hates the car so much because it's red.
like Catholic guilt, self-flagellation. I'm just going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's never an excuse not to just get some spray paint either. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Hot topics. There we go. What's the worst drink you've ever had? First off, anyone know the story? I'll be amazed if you do. But the story is around drinks.
Drink I've ever had.
I did actually get it off the Good News Network, Matt.
All right. As someone invented alcohol that gets you drunk but doesn't give you a hangover or something like that?
The Germans years ago, I think.
Oh.
I'm going to talk about Spain here because you love me talking about Spain. But we had a shot called Vampire Blood, and the idea was it was meant to look like congealed blood. You know, like the brain thing.
Yeah, the brain damage one.
Yeah, it was like that. But we had it was Jägermeister, tequila, a little bit of and like the brainy one, like a little bit of Bailey, so it like congealed in it. But then we also put Tabasco sauce in it. It's called Vampire Blood. It was horrendous. But for some reason, everyone loved it because it was like a bit of a challenge to do it. It was the most vile thing you've ever had in your life. But it was a bestseller for a long time.
That sounds like when Homer invented the flaming Moe. Just like threw everything into it and it like everyone loved it.
Yeah, but there was an actual like technique to it, you know what I mean? Looked all right, to be fair. Oh, there was something else in it, like a red. What was the red? It was like some kind of like what was it? You know, like some kind of like mixer. There was like some little, I can't remember what it was now.
Cherry sours.
Anyway, possibly, yeah. It was like something to make it red. And then we had this Tabasco. Oh, it was horrible. That was vile. But yeah,
good times though.
Good times, great times. Can't remember any of it.
Yeah, exactly. This story is from something that I found on the Good News Network. As I said, sealed jars of wine from 5,000 years ago uncovered in an Egyptian queen's tomb.
Of wine?
Somewhere.
What's that?
So it's 1 o'clock somewhere.
It always is, yeah. But
was it next to like a giant glass on a frame saying "Live, Laugh, Love"?
One of those big novelty glasses where you can get a full bottle in. Yeah, Egyptian wine could be the new thing, but I can't imagine I think 5,000 years is probably a little bit too long. It wouldn't be chilled to Chico standards either, would it?
Mm.
So that was the story anyway. Matt, what's the worst drink you've ever had?
Ooh, God.
I'm just going to defer to Southern Comfort and lemonade. And yeah, Southern Comfort lime and lemonade.
I'm going to get myself cancelled here.
Oh, Chan, yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm going to get myself cancelled here. Like, Aperol Spritz is shit. It's absolutely shit. It tastes like arse. I don't know why people go mad for it. It just tastes horrible. Everything about it is just crap. It's like if you have a cocktail and there's one thing in it that you quite like and you kind of put up with it. It's like a cocktail made of that, but 5 different times. It's like, it's just, no, don't bother. It's absolute garbage. But the other one I could throw in is I don't actually mind it, but Desperados. This was a while ago, by the way. Like, I'm in my 30s now. Don't drink it no more. But when I was in like my early 20s, I was in my parents, and like my dad was on a mad one, and he had nothing left. And he went in the fridge and he's like, "Oh, you got a few bottles here." I said, "Don't drink that, Dad. Don't drink it." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "You will get a massive headache in the morning." He goes, No. I've been doing this for years. I just get tired. I wake up. I don't get hangovers. So I was like, "Dad, do not drink that." And he had 2 bottles of it. And he woke up the next day and he was like, "Jesus Christ, why didn't I listen to you?" I told you, it's pure chemicals.
And that's it.
Pure chemicals.
If it gives Flush Senior a headache, it's got to be bad stuff.
Oh, yeah. Stay away from it, yeah.
Sink him. But Matt, it's funny you should say Aperol, because in answer to this, Matty said before Aperol Spritz were a thing over here, he went to Venice and thought when in Venice and all that, so ordered just an Aperol. So we got a tumbler with Aperol and no Spritz. So we sat and drank it because he didn't know either way. But just to be polite and think, oh yeah, this must be how they do an Aperol Spritz in Italy. But yeah, if you drink Aperol neat, it is the worst thing ever. It's horrific.
I drank martini neat.
What's that?
I drank martini neat. like vermouth.
Not shaken, not stirred.
During lockdown when there was literally nothing else in the house.
Straight out the bottle.
No, God, no, I'm not an animal.
With a straw.
Curly one. Daitan's Flash, Streamers Records, they're really good. Said nothing can beat Sammy Lee's answer to this question. Of course, the little piss goblin, for people who didn't catch up with that. So he said his mate once drank bleach from a lemonade bottle that his nan kept in the fridge.
Jeez.
He was 9, his nan wasn't.
Oh my God.
So what's her excuse?
It was his mate okay? Like, I'm hoping.
I assume so. There was no, there's no more to that story. He may have expired. I don't know. Hopefully not.
Oh,
go on, Matt.
I once drank blue dye mixed with citric acid, which was used for dyeing wool, that my sister used to do, and she left it on a kitchen countertop in a Pepsi Max bottle with the label on it, and it's the exact same colour as Pepsi Max.
Oh my God!
And I just picked it up and took a big swig, and I just went, and my teeth were blue.
Yeah, your sister tried to kill you, literally.
But luckily, because like
that was an attempted murder.
Because she's one of those, actually cares about the planet stuff. It was like all organic, natural, ingredients and that. So it was totally non-toxic.
Yeah.
So I didn't die nothing. But bloody hell, still had the bloody label on it, just on the kitchen counter.
I remember when I was a kid. I remember getting served a mug full of my baby teeth. If that counts as yeah, exactly. What? My dad made me a cup of tea, right? This is horrible. But what he'd done is he'd used one of the mugs from the back of the cupboard, not realizing that was where my mum would, like, for some reason, like the way people, like parents keep baby teeth. My mum had kept them in this little mug, and I literally got to the bottom of the thing, and there was literally my baby teeth in the bottom of this fucking mug. So that was pretty. I don't think I had a cup of tea for about 10 years after that.
Yeah, that's some 777 style.
I've just had some pure flashback. This is some deep shit. It does explain a lot when you in terms of the psychological damage that can cause a kid when you think.
Pete, lie down and tell me about your childhood.
Is that okay? Yeah. Yeah, got served a mug of my own teeth. Carry on.
Yeah. So just on Matt's all natural paint stripper recipe. When I was a baby, apparently I don't know why my mum and dad left a tin of paint with a paintbrush in it next to me, but they did. I picked up a paintbrush. It was red paint as well. Fuck knows what they were painting. And apparently just stuck it in my mouth, as you would do as a baby. But this would have been in the 70s, in the good old days of lead paint. Which would have tasted and smelled amazing. It would have. But there you go. And second part of this. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen in another person's house? If I'd come to yours, Pete, your mug of teeth, probably.
Yeah, probably. Well, there's no mug of teeth anymore. That was that was just a mug by the end of the cup of tea.
These sugar cubes haven't melted.
Yeah. What was it? The funniest thing?
Funniest or the weirdest thing?
Come back to me. I'll have a think.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Matt, have you got anything?
A lot to work with. I've never actually been in his house, never seen it, but apparently in his living room, don't know if it's still there, but for many years, on the wall, you have all little frame photos of your family and that, and just off to one side, slightly in the middle of it, was a framed photo of Nigel Farage getting up out of the plane crash.
Oh, the bloody one where he's all...
that you wouldn't notice if you weren't looking for it. Apparently he was there for years, but he is the driest man I've ever met, so that makes sense.
Love that.
That's one of those things you see on Rightmove, isn't it? Where someone puts a Rightmove thing up and say, just go to picture 14. And it's just something mental like that. Pete, me and you'll have a think on this. Because I can't.
Yeah, we'll have a think. We'll come back to
that. But TWS has brought back the true or false round, which we've not had for a while. So true or false on Saturday. Anfield will hold more iPads than all UK Apple Store stock combined.
True.
Yeah, I think so. Its turnstiles will admit more cabin baggage than Ryanair at Liverpool Airport on any given day. Again, true.
Do you know what? I'm going to say false on that because this is a public service announcement. Anfield don't let bags any bigger than like A5 into the, or is A5 the smaller one?
Yeah, I hate this rule. It's weird.
Yeah, public service announcement. They don't let bags smaller than A5 or bigger than A5 into the ground. So for anyone going there, if you do have luggage,
oh no, I think it's A4. I think it's an A4. So
A4 is it? So I'm sure he said to us A5 the other day. You know, I'm sure he said A5 the other day.
No, let me find some.
But yeah,
that's
A5. A5's tiny. It's like a little notepad. A5.
Yeah,
that's A5.
That's what we were saying though. That was the thing. We made a point about it. And he was saying, yeah, that's I'll find it just to fact check. But I'm pretty sure he said A5, and that's why I said it was a smaller one. But on the flip side, if you know there are people coming over, I'm sure that they probably do have some kind of like luggage section to drop your, you know.
It's called the main stand. So when we played them in the cup, we were over towards the main stand then, and genuinely there were people sat there and they had luggage next to them. It was I'm not even messing. It was mad. They had like a case, so it was clearly like we got to get off straight away after the game, straight to the airport. Hey, Dave joined.
Hey,
all right, lads, you okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're nearly at end of part one, but you joined just in time for the true or false round again. So the last one is, if you tied all sold half and half scarves together, they'd stretch from Oslo to Liverpool. I want to say false.
No, I think that's true myself. You see that many on sale in like Grady Market and all that, don't you? I reckon you could run Grady Market to Oslo, to be honest with you. The amount that you see getting sold there, and St John's Market as well.
You've got a discount to 2,003 Evertonians who won't be getting one.
So Matt's already got himself a cancelling for the Aperol comment. I'm going to get myself a good old cancelling for this one. I do like a European half and half. I'm not going to lie. European,
you know what?
I will get a half and half scarf. Don't even care.
What is like actually just two European teams playing each other?
No, so Everton. So I mean, I've not bought one for years, but
I don't know.
Whoever Everton playing, I'll get a half and half.
Possibly away from home. You go away from home and that, like
from the home games.
Who was that metal team we played that time?
Metalist Kharkiv.
Yeah, would you like one of those half and half shirts, tops?
Yeah, I did.
Any sort. That's
the races.
I was going to say a top would be better, wouldn't it?
I'm with Les on this. I've actually got a few from you know when we used to have decent UEFA Cup runs.
Yeah,
like Fiorentina and all that. I've actually got a few. I didn't like wear them to the game, but I'd get them on the way out because they were dead cheap because they go down to half price, and I think that's a good little memento. That, but I wouldn't wear it in the ground.
Some of these teams still existing, by the way. Some of these still going, like SK Brand. Do you reckon they're still going?
Yeah. They're all solid European teams.
Yeah. let's not beat around the bush, mate. We played some shite, let's be honest.
Think about like we beat Wolfsburg, Wolfsburg, beat St. Petersburg. What did he call Zenit St. Petersburg as well?
Yeah.
De Bruyne was playing against us as well, wasn't he?
That Wolfsburg game at home, I don't think I've ever seen a team battered so much but win 4-1.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was ridiculous the chances they had.
We played them away. We got battered them away, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did batter them away, didn't we? 2-0.
It looked like it was on a.
It was just a really solid, good away performance, wasn't it?
It looked like a really solid pitch as well.
Yeah, well, people who went said.
I don't think it was proper grass. That.
No, people who went said it was just the coldest away ever. I will raise them. Alkmaar, December 7th. It was.
Young Boys was Baltic, Swiss Alps, full on. Like
that doesn't sound right. That Pete. Those young boys are Baltic.
In the Wankdorf Stadium. Bloody hell.
Oh,
I mean, you couldn't make it up, but someone has. So
there's the advert right there, Les. That's going to be the advert in a minute.
Right, we are at the end of part 1 here, and we've done another top-heavy show because we've only got about 3 or 4 questions when we come back from Maggie and Laura. So hang on for them, because they are good ones, and one involves a giraffe but no cling film. So yeah, as ever, if you get a decent advert, let us know in the comments what it is, because I just get shit ones like Grammarly. And we will be back in about 15 seconds. And we're back for the second half, which will be a lot shorter than the first half, like it was last time, but there we are. So we've got a few from Maggie, one from Laura. First off, scones, cream first or second? Discuss.
This is a traditional song, isn't it? I think this has been thrown on a few times.
Yeah, you know, it's usually a summer question, but
yeah, I know. But the thing is, I don't want to start buzzing because I was on holiday last week. But coming back on the plane, you know, they give you little shitty bits of food. Yeah. I was on a. I'm going to rip them as well, Virgin Atlantic, because they were absolute disgrace in terms of service. But anyway, they were giving the food out, and you got a tiny little scone, and you get the tiny bit of jam, a tiny bit of cream, and I've decided, and it used to be different, I decided cream first, just because.
Gone Devon then.
You can put on more cream, and I like more cream than jam. So I think whichever you like the best, you put it on first because you put more of it on, I reckon.
I'm a Cornish cream tea fella myself.
You're not happy?
Jam first, because it sticks to the scone, and then just slap the cream on it.
See, I'm thinking that. Well,
it's just physics, basically.
Yeah, because the jam acts as the butter, like you would have on your toast. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't put cheese on first, then butter.
Oh, behave, Pete.
No, that's what I'm there.
Cut the scone in half. Put the scone in half. Like lather it up with jam so that it goes into all of the scone, and then the cream goes on top of that, and then you get full. And also, weirdly, if you do it that way, you can actually get more cream, because otherwise the jam is flattening the cream.
Yeah, I've got something to throw in here that's really, really controversial. So, my mum would have, you know, you can get obviously any scone or biscuit, whatever, and hold the sides of it, so you don't have to hold the middle or the top. And she's put, I was going to say spam. She put jam and cream either side, so you can get an equal amount with loads of it on.
One on each.
One on each, baby.
And then put together.
And then sandwich together.
Yeah. No. Just one scone, a load on the top, and a load on the bottom, and hold it.
Hang on. Yeah. So she wouldn't cut it. Just the scone with jam on the bottom and cream on the top.
That's right.
What happens with gravity?
No, but hold the side with your fingers, the side of the scone. So you don't get anything on your finger.
So okay. So you've got the Devon scone, is cream on, then jam. You've got the Cornish scone, which is jam on, then cream. Then you've got the Bootle scone, which is
you bad bastard, yeah.
With jam and cream on.
That's a disgrace. You're a disgrace, you. That's because he still hasn't been to George Jerry. George Jerry's would actually sell them, I bet. What?
I'm reeling from that still, honestly.
How does Matt have
big up George Jerry's?
George Jerry's.
Matt, are you a fan of the Bootle scone, being a Bootle lad?
I didn't quite make out exactly what you said, but I'm sure it was offensive.
My word! Listen to this now.
It's got. Huh?
I'm getting slated here because it's an actual. It's a brilliant invention because you get more jam and more cream.
Right, she put jam on the bottom of it, cream on the top, and then eat it like that.
Be a bit dry, that wouldn't it?
No, hang on. Tell me what's wrong with that when you're getting more jam and more cream on it. That can't be a bad thing, can it?
Because when you bite into it, you've got scone on the top of your mouth and scone on the bottom, so it's dry.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Unless the scones are flat.
What scones are flat?
Oh, actually,
what scone have you had that's not flat?
Do you remember News Bar in town?
Yeah.
Oh, you're coming out with some shit now, you know.
We got a Groupon thing for a cream tea. It was obviously the latter days of News Bar. So we got there and we got
the Matrix were at the door.
Cream tea. Jesus. Right. They didn't give us a scone. They gave us jam, cream, and an Eccles cake. So I cut into this Eccles cake, just full of raisins, obviously. It was like, what's this? But yeah, that was an interesting scone experience. Yeah, don't replace a scone with an Eccles cake.
Please try it, because you know it's the wrong time of year, like you said. But I'm telling you, and I don't get why people are saying it's dry when you've got loads of each brand on either side of the scone.
Because the scones we're having on flat.
What scones do you have then?
I'm thinking about the gravity. If you're telling me the underside of the scone, then whatever you do, gravity will pull that jam down.
Well, the other reason you can hold it sideways then, can't you?
This question's gone on far longer than I imagined it would, to be honest.
The right answer is jam first. It's jam first.
It's jam first, it is. That's
jam first, dollop the cream. You can't dollop the jam, it sticks to the spoon.
Yeah, there you go. Next up, Pepsi or Coke? Discuss. Pepsi. Blue can.
Pepsi.
Yeah, I think I've got to go Pepsi with that. And you know, if you want the like non-sugary version, I think Pepsi Max is nicer than Coke Zero.
Unless you're Matt.
Why? What's he been saying?
No, Dave was saying Pepsi Max is nicer than Coke Zero, unless you're Matt and you've drank some sort of paint stripping concoction in a Pepsi Max.
Oh, were you not around for that bit, Dave? Yeah, I accidentally drank a bit of wool dye with citric acid. That was in a Pepsi Max.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, wool dye sounds like a threat, but we'll leave that.
Can we say as well, there's something to be said about Coca-Cola, by the way, that it is infinitely better out of a can, and it's also infinitely better. A cold can of Coke Zero is actually really nice.
This is a good argument to have. This, you know, the various ways you have your Coke or Pepsi is it's different in each one, and I agree with you. I think an ice cold can is miles better than an ice cold bottle or an ice cold 2-litre bottle as well.
Well, the best is ice cold flat from a 2-litre bottle when you're hungover.
So, yeah, I really generally don't like fizzy drinks. So I normally, like in our house, I get battered because if we've got big bottles of Pepsi or whatever, I shake it for ages, so it's not got any fizz on it. Look at Matt's face there.
Next.
Surely though, hang on. Surely the ultimate is full fat Coke, glass bottle.
Glass bottle, yes, yeah, it is actually.
Glass bottle, what a shout that is! Yeah. Don't see them very often now. Apart from
got to drink that with a straw though, really, because it's hard.
I was going to say straw, yeah.
Straw.
Ice. Got to have ice.
Just quickly as a little tangent, where are we on the Diet Cokes for women, Coke Zeros for men? Apparently, this is a thing.
Wow.
Nonsense.
No.
I just found that Diet Coke is fizzier. It's more gassy than Coke Zero.
Yeah, that's a great
Pepsi Diet. Pepsi Diet I find more gassier than Pepsi Max. But then when my dad's having vodka, he'll only have Pepsi Diet. He won't have Pepsi Max. So, who's to say?
Isn't there a thing about like Americans find Sprite really, really hard to drink? I saw this thing about like people getting headaches off drinking Sprite out of, like when you get an ice cold Sprite. I've never had that, but I saw this thing. It's either Sprite or 7-Up, one of the two. And there's like this thing where
I love a 7-Up.
Yeah, but that's a good refreshing drink. That like
what was the 7-Up man called? Fido Dido, was he? The Stickman.
Stickman.
Am I too old for all of
that's ancient. I don't know what you're talking about there.
Late 80s, I think it was. There was
You always get.
I haven't done it yet. So there was a Stickman who used to advertise 7-Up, and I'm sure his name was Fido Dido. Anyway, carry on. Talk amongst yourselves.
The tango fella who used to go around slapping people, and then they had to stop it because like kids were getting bullied.
It was like
he used to run out.
banning slapping in schools. Well, I thought it was anyway, but yeah. Yeah, because
Orange wasn't used to jump out like batter people, and then they go, you know, when you've been tangoed, and then it was like,
didn't he? He did the whole advert, but then he kissed him, didn't he? He put his hand on his mouth, and kissed the back of his hand.
Apple Tango is one of the best as well, by the way.
Apple Tango,
yeah.
All the mad tangos you get out there, mixed machines in like Five Guys and that.
Ice cold ones. Yeah, lovely them.
Maggie said, make up a blue room handshake. A secret handshake. Well, we would, but then it wouldn't be secret.
Just do it under the camera. Do it under the camera.
Matt, yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah, got it.
Done, yeah.
Is this not linked with what the Daily Mail have been saying about an Everton meeting that's been going on that was too secretive that anybody knew to go to it?
It was so secret. It was so secret. I mean,
too much of a secret that nobody could go. That fucking idiot there, isn't he? That soft twat. Anyway.
Matt
Hughes.
Yeah.
We call him Team Wolf.
Isn't this
what have Everton done to him? What have Everton done to him? At some point, some Evertonian has like pushed him in the pool on holiday or like done something to him, hasn't he?
But you know what? Because the Daily Mail are happy for him to do these things because thousands of Blues are going to look at it to slate him. And they'll be like, oh, we've got all the clicks, haven't we? So he's sound. Wait, these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are right for hate clicking.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We're so easy for it, aren't we? It doesn't take much at all. It was like went to see Pat Nevin at that literature festival the other week.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about the reason he gave up he was writing for the Chelsea programme, I think, for 10 years. And the reason he gave it up and wrote his book basically was because the editor said, right, what you're doing now, you need to just change that completely. And I needed to write stuff that people will sort of disagree with and be a little bit contrary because that will get us the most clicks. And he was like, well, nah.
Yeah,
not doing that. So, he made a nice principled stance there against the clickbait. But, having said that, I have gone more clickbaity in my YouTube thumbnails. Hope people have noticed. Doesn't look like it because the views haven't gone up, but I'll try. Next up from Maggie is, what's the best high karate kick of Premier League history? Cantona or Pickford?
It is Cantona. I mean,
Cantona. Shock value,
yeah, and the height. I mean, he gets head height, doesn't he? With that,
and the fact it was on a fan as well. So
yeah.
Just some
underappreciated double dig as well after it.
Oh, it was proper haymaker, wasn't it? To the back of the head.
Yeah.
That doesn't get enough attention, does it?
When was that? That wasn't 80s, was it?
No, it was 95,
94. No, 94-95 season, wasn't it? Because he was out in the Cup final.
How long did he get banned? How long was he banned for?
6 months. Rest of the season, wasn't it? I think that happened in about the February. I think it was February. I was in Centre Parks at the time because I remember watching it on. Here's a bit of distilled 90s for you. So I watched that on. I think it was Match of the Day. It was on, or whatever it was on. Watched that, and then carried on to some program after it, and then the video for Smack Me Bitch Up, the Prodigy came on. And if anyone's ever seen that, it's not one to be sat watching with your parents, but I was. So that was an interesting evening. But the karate kick and the two digs don't get enough. But, I mean, for sort of, long-term impact on the game, it's probably got to be Pickford because Pickford hasn't looked back since he had that little hiatus and came back. Because at that point, he was everything that people were saying he was at that time, wasn't he? He was erratic. He was a bit nuts. Because he'd not long before done all the shit at Newcastle and stuff. But then after that, he settled down completely. Ancelotti got his head together, and he's been unreal since. And it also was the big demise of Van Disney. So
it's a kiss of death tomorrow. That's an absolute kiss of death for what you're doing with that tomorrow.
Mate, you know what?
He's turned up sound.
Well, what's happening tomorrow, Dave?
Well, I'm not watching it anyway, mate.
Not watching what?
I don't know.
Is there a game tomorrow?
Well, I tell you what, you've done enough of the media to know, haven't you? Hey,
you know what? I've just got a message through. I'm on the iPlayer things up if anyone wants to watch it. So,
see, you've got you on that. You've got you're on what? You're on TV. You're on radio.
I'm on 5 Live tomorrow morning at 6:50. Right, I agreed to it because it was due to have a match at 9 o'clock. So I thought, I'll be up anyway. Match has been cancelled because of the rain. Still got to get up early.
What's the name of the program on iPlayer, Les? So I can have a look for it. The full name.
Full name of the program on iPlayer. Just bear with me 1 second. It's called the Football News Show. Merseyside Blues.
All right.
So, yeah.
Les Roberts, we hardly knew you.
Does it have any kind of description in the as to what the program entails that you can read out word for word?
I'll just have a quick look. Just bear with me 1 second.
Well,
Everton have won. Oh, there's a typo here. Everton have won just once. Everton have won just once in the past 28 Merseyside games against the two clubs from the city.
Word for word, Les. Word for word, Les.
That's what it says. That's what it says.
Well, has anybody started listening to the documentary that's come out?
Yes, it's very good.
Amazing.
You meant to say it was
Dice's quote. I was at my last club 9.5 years, and I had one book in me, and I've been at this one 4 months, and I've got 3. Get that on the timeline. It's up there with Alan Ball's Once Everton Has Touched You. It's up there with Mr. Kendall, This Is Not Football. It's up there with everything.
What did he say? Say that again, what he says.
He said that I was at my last club 9.5 years, and I had one book in me. I've been at Everton 4 months, and I've got 3. Books. Yeah, if that doesn't tell you what you need to know.
As in, like, he could write 3 books.
Yeah.
Not that he's eating them. Like you know, or done something else, I don't know.
But don't tell anyone.
Anyway.
You can delete that anyway. I don't want anyone else listening to it.
It's all right. YouTube goes undeleted. It's uncensored.
Yeah.
Last one. Laura, how would the giraffe wear a bow tie?
This was the best question of the week. This
Link film to a lamppost first, obviously, but then where you putting the bow tie? So basically,
bottom of its neck.
Bottom of the neck. Yeah.
Podcast listeners, is it at the top of its neck, just under its chin, or the bottom of its neck, just above its chest? Matt, what you say?
Just above its chest, because that's where its collar is.
Oh, correct. Yeah, Matt, same, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say this: if you're obviously if he's wearing a bow tie, he's obviously wearing a suit, isn't he? So
the giraffe in question was just wearing a bow tie. He was like a stripper, I think.
I was going to say, like, yeah.
Am I right? Am I right that the giraffe out of Toys R Us used to have a bow tie, but it was actually at the top?
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's right. There's millions.
That was the most heartbreaking thing was seeing Jeffrey like
crying
after Toys R Us shut down. Jeffrey was getting his bags and his little his little briefcase and walking out on his own. It was heartbreaking.
Oh,
no one needs to see that.
But then there's another one, isn't there? For some reason, he ended up having a fight with Jimmy Cockhill in a wrestling ring. Just Google that. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
What?
Jeffrey from Toys R Us had a scrap with Jimmy Cockhill in a wrestling ring. I can't even say it straight. But Jeffrey would.
Hey, you do realise you're not still asleep now. You've woken up and you're on Mailbag, okay?
I'll find this for the lorries. I'll find it for you. I have no idea why it happened.
I've gone on Google and it says, what is Jeffrey from Toys R Us doing now? Okay, now.
The next WWE thing that you go to, he's going to be
fighting YouTubers. He is.
He's working in the stock room at Amazon, I reckon. Amazing. So where are we saying then? We settling on below the neck? Well, at the bottom of the neck,
I think so.
Bone, kind of thing. I think it looks better just under the chin, but there we go.
No, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because that would imply that the giraffe has a very long collar, which would like sort of
maybe would though. Maybe what if the giraffe was wearing the Mark Lawrence and Match of the Day collar, which was huge?
Well, no, but what if he had like the shirt of his uniform? That'd have to go all the way up to under his chin. That's if the bow tie would look all right.
It's a tough question, no mistake. Let us know in the comments what you think, or on Twitter, whatever.
Yeah, how would he take it off?
I mean, how does he put it on?
Good point.
Zookeeper, I think it's got to be. Right, everyone will be glad to know that is the end of this week's mailbag. It's been quite the ride. Matt, I'm going to say it one more time, so get the air horns ready.
I was going to say, you're not doing predictions, or
let's do predictions for tomorrow's derby.
He said it.
I really hope everyone hears that on the podcast.
Was it only the last person who said it who had to?
It was the first.
No, last. That was more.
Swear down. Okay, last. So let's have some
edit tweet.
Yeah, let's have some upside down predictions, Matt.
1-0 Toffees.
Oh, come on, Pete.
Which will drag us closer to our goal of not getting the lowest points total in Premier League history, which I believe was set by
Derby.
Who was it?
I think it was Derby County.
Oh!
No! You're an evil genius. I hate you.
Right,
I love
Pete,
you, though.
Pete, we're doing Ken Wright's costume together. You go on my shoulders. I'll do the arse end. You do the top end. Or we'll switch it around, whatever you want.
That would be incredible.
I think we both deserve it after that. And Matt, you deserve every gold star that's coming your way because that was
I hate Georgie Kincladze, the little prick, and Paolo Wanchope, all of them.
What about Esteban Fuertes?
Yeah,
he's the one.
Marion Parhart.
He is the one. Mark Poole, because of his silly name. Anyway,
Robbie Savage. Sorry, yeah. I'm going to go 1-1. A very optimistic 1-1, and I hope it's some horror. I hope that it's like, like when I was talking to Dave about this earlier, the Allardyce one where we had like 2% possession and got a penalty.
The Allardyce
one. Yeah,
and a penalty that they'll dispute for years.
Yeah, and I hope it goes to VAR and it overturns the original decision of no penalty as well.
And they're on the break to score, and it gets pulled back. I'm asking too much now, aren't
I? But yeah, 1-1.
Oh, speaking of which, though, we are going to lose, by the way, to an absolutely fucking ridiculous VAR decision. That's not even a question for me.
Yeah. They've cried it in so much, haven't they, that it's just guaranteed. Nothing's going to go our way tomorrow.
We're either getting a player sent off or an absolutely ridiculous goal given against us from VAR. Yeah, not even a question. Dave, what are you going with?
2-0 defeat, Beto sent off.
It's right. What about them Toffees? I'm going to go for an absolutely mind-numbing 0-0. Let's have it. Right, that is it from this week's mailbag. Thanks for everyone sending questions in. Thanks to Matt. Thanks to Pete. Thanks to Dave. We will catch you next time. Up them Toffees.